Hey, welcome. This is really nice. I hope this works. Please, if you notice that there is anything wrong with the sound or anything, please feel free to type it in the live chat. I can already see a lot of messages from all of you coming in. It's really, really nice to see that. Oh, perfectly well. I'm glad that it works. Hey, in the UK and Madrid and Canada and Belgium. Hey, you made it. That's really nice. California, also really, really nice. Hey, oh, Norway, Montreal. Aw. Oh, this is so nice. This is actually my very, very first ever YouTube live, and I'm super excited. Texas, more from Belgium, and it's just so nice to be connected in this way. It's amazing. So I'm actually here in my living room in Berlin, Germany, where I moved to roughly 8 months ago. Hey, from Ireland. Nice to see you. And Paris. Haha, nice. Yeah, so it's really, I'm just thrilled to be able to connect with all of you in this way. And yeah, super excited to be here. It's so nice to see all those messages popping up. Thessaloniki. Oh, nice. I once was there. Beautiful, beautiful city. Ireland again. Nice. Hi. Yeah. Oh, that's also nice. Frankfurt. Also. Guten Abend. Texas. Yeah. Nice. So yes. I'm getting a tiny little bit distracted by all of the messages popping up here, which is awesome. Yeah, welcome all of you, wherever you are on this beautiful planet we live on. And like I said, I'm super excited to be here with all of you. Here in Berlin, it's a super, super chilly day. Well, evening by now. It's already dark. Just before I made it to the mat, I went out for a walk outside, and it was really, really nice, crisp and cold. And more from Frankfurt. Yeah, it was also for me, while I was walking outside, I had this moment of basically coming back to myself, to my center, and kind of like preparing in that way for being here with all of you. And now actually being here with all of you is really, really nice, and it just really warms my heart. Ooh, it's snowing in Montreal. Yes, that's really nice. Yeah, so let's just start. This half an hour is going to be just basically about self-care and what I personally do to stay more grounded and stay more connected to myself, because this is for all of us a very intense time, to say the least. And I also noticed that myself. I noticed that in this time I get quite easily overwhelmed, and with the news that is kind of coming in 24/7, and also the new measures that are being brought out like every other week or so, and moving from lockdown to lockdown, and insecurity around whether I can actually work or not, and if so, in what shape or form. And of course, I also noticed that I sometimes also really have worries about the state of the world, and about I also have some friends who are healthcare providers, and I see their struggle. So yeah, I do notice that for me this time is also intense, and I can definitely imagine that it is for all of you on this planet right now. So that is also why today I wanted to take a moment to just calm down and come back to our center, basically, so that from there we can move into the rest of the day. And for me, what I notice in this time is that I'm a little bit more tired than I am usually. That also for me probably has to do with the fact that I had surgery roughly 2 months ago, and I'm still kind of recovering from that. But it is something that I hear from a lot of people, that they're more tired than they usually are. Other than that, I do hear a lot, and I also notice myself that it's a bit harder to stay really grounded. And I personally notice, and I hear that from a lot of people, that the mind just keeps on racing, especially in the evening and in the night. So I wanted to talk a tiny little bit about that, and then do a short practice that will help you to get grounded and to stay centered. So as some of you who may follow me on Eckhart Yoga already know, I love Ayurveda, and I love self-care tips that come from Ayurveda. I have a deep passion around that topic. So the tips that I want to share today are also mostly from an Ayurvedic perspective. So one of the things you can do to stay more grounded is in this time is to focus on warm, soft, kind of liquid-like foods. And you can think about porridge, for instance, or curries, or soups, or stews. Drink a lot of warm tea. I have my tea next to me, which is ginger, cardamom, and cinnamon, because those are all warming spices, and that's really something that helps you also to stay more grounded and centered. Root vegetables are amazing in this time of the year. So for me in this hemisphere, we're in winter, and also in this time we're in as a global community, which is a bit more of a for a lot of people way more stressful than they were used to. Root vegetables also help you to ground and to settle. So think about, for instance, anything that grows in the earth or really close to the earth is amazing. So pumpkins or parsnips, beetroots, carrots, asparagus, anything in that direction is really good for you to feel that grounding and more stability. Other than that, to stay warm, so wear a lot of layers like I'm doing right now. A lot of different clothes on top of each other really helps you to stay warm and grounded. And a few of the practices that I would want to do with all of you today also help you to stay more grounded. And I would love to start with that basically right away. So it's really helpful if you have a blanket or anything like a cushion or anything else that you can sit on top of, because that's just a bit more comfortable. And I would love for all of you to be as comfortable as possible. So you can sit on top of a blanket, on top of a rolled up towel works as well, on top of a pillow, anything that feels more comfortable to you. And if sitting cross-legged doesn't work for you, you can also sit on your heels. It's perfectly fine. If that doesn't feel okay for you, then find another way to sit in just a way that feels okay to your body. So you can sit on a couch, on a chair. You can even lay down. I'm perfectly fine with that. Yes, so please find a comfortable position, one that works for your body right now. I already noticed that someone in the comments noted that they have lower back issues. If you feel that sitting upright, and especially if we're sitting for a longer period of time, is too strenuous on your back, please lay down. And especially if you have lower back issues, if you lay down with a bolster or a pillow or maybe a rolled up blanket under your knees, that helps to let go of any tension in the lower back. So you can also choose that if you want to. All right, so once you found a comfortable position, you can place your hands wherever they are comfortable. And then please close your eyes and allow your awareness to move through your body. And just notice the way your body feels right now. Become aware of your body just the way it is. So there's nothing that you need to change right now. There's nothing you need to do. Nothing to try to fight. Nothing to push away. You can just let everything that is present be here. So notice what you feel in your body. Notice if there are places that feel warmer or cooler. Some places might feel a little bit more spacious than others. Some places might feel more dense and others might feel more open. And sometimes there are also spots in your body where it's hard to connect with, where you don't really know what you feel there. And that's okay too. This is just about witnessing what is present. And allow your awareness to shift to your breath. And notice the way you're breathing right now. So feel your breath and notice if your breath moves more towards the front side of your body or towards the back side of your body. Notice if the rhythm is fast or slow or somewhere in between. Maybe you notice your breath more in your chest, maybe more in the sides, maybe in the belly. And for now, just notice it. There is nothing you need to change, nothing you need to do. No need to control your breath. You're just aware of what is present. Allow your awareness to shift to your thoughts and notice what is going on there. What kind of thoughts are present for you right now? Are there a lot at the same time, kind of like tumbling over each other? Or is there one specific thought that stands out and repeats itself? Or is there an entire story being told? Allow your awareness to move to your emotions and notice what is present there. How do you feel right now? Is there one big emotion that feels very present right now? Or are there several at the same time? Or maybe it's difficult for you to put a name on your emotions. And that's perfectly okay too. So while noticing your body, your breath, thoughts and emotions, know that all of it is welcome. All of it, all of you is welcome. There is nothing you need to change, nothing you need to do. Allow yourself to just be here now. And then when you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes. You can also keep them closed if that feels better for you. You exhale here. And then on the inhalation, your hands come out to the side and all the way up overhead. You stretch, touch your palms, and then exhale your hands in front of your heart. Gonna do a few gentle movements. Inhale your hands forward, out to the side, opening up. And exhale, bring your hands behind you. Now, obviously, this works better if you're actually sitting. So if you were laying down, please come to a seated position. Your hands are behind you on the floor. Inhale, create length in your spine. Lift your chest, lift your chin if that feels okay for your neck. And on an exhalation, you fold forward. Bring your hands forward too, all the way. On the inhalation, your hands over the floor towards your body and then all the way up overhead. Stretch, touch your palms. Exhale your hands in front of your heart. Inhale, your hands come forward, out to the side, open up. And exhale, your hands behind you on the floor. Inhale, create length at the whole front side of your body. Lift your chin if that feels okay for your neck. And exhale, slowly fold forward. Allow your hands to move forward too. Inhale your hands towards your body. All the way up, overhead. Stretch. And exhale your palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, your hands come forward and out to the side. And this is really just a gentle stretch. You don't have to push yourself. Exhale your hands behind you on the floor. This is about allowing your body to open, not forcing it. Inhale, create length at the whole front side of your body. If it feels appropriate, lift your chin. And exhale, fold forward all the way. Hands come forward too. Inhale your hands towards your body, all the way up, overhead, stretch. And now exhale your hands out to the side and down. When they're all the way down, place your hands on your knees with your palms facing down. And you can also do this if you are sitting on your heels perfectly fine with your hands on your knees or your upper legs. And then from here, start to rotate your upper body. And it doesn't matter in which direction. And try to figure out what feels really delicious to you. So maybe you want to make big circles, maybe really small circles. You can circle quite fast. You can also circle quite slow, somewhere in between. And sometimes you notice that when you're circling, there is this part of your body that just wants to have a little bit more attention. And then you can hang out there and just rock back and forth a bit. Breathe there before you move on again. Keep breathing. Move in the other direction as well. Still breathing. And again, just do what feels really delicious in your body at this moment. So it doesn't matter what it looks like. And again, if there's a spot that needs a little bit more attention, then you can again stay there and just stretch a bit, hang out, breathe before you move on. And then slowly find your center again. And once you're back in your center, please take your index fingers and bring them behind your ears. I can only do this at one side because of the microphone. But when your fingers are behind your ears, you can kind of run them down until there's this spot where your fingers naturally land. It's like there's this little dent where your fingers kind of get stuck and you want to stay there. So I'm doing this only on one side because of the microphone, but yeah, just imagine that I'm doing this on both sides. So if your fingers are here in these little dents, you can give more pressure, and sometimes this really hurts. Sometimes it's just sensitive, sometimes it's neither. You don't really feel that much. That's perfectly okay too. So I don't want you to push yourself over any edge. So if it's really painful, just take it down a notch and really lower the pressure until it's maybe still sensitive, which is perfectly fine, but not excruciatingly painful. So yeah, keep pressure there, and then from there you can massage that area. So you make small circles with your fingers and keep breathing. Maybe you can imagine that your breath moves from your belly to the sides and then to the chest and then all the way up to the spot behind your ears. Keep circling, breathing. And then from here, we're going to do something that looks a little bit silly maybe, but it's really helpful, especially if you notice that you hold a lot of tension in your face. And especially for all of us who are wearing masks quite often, sometimes you notice that also creates a bit more tension in the face. And then it's really nice to release that. So keep pressuring this spot. So behind the ears, keep pressure. And then from here, open and close your mouth, which again looks maybe a little bit silly, but that's perfectly fine. So like this. And you still keep pressure on that spot. You can also still massage it a bit, maybe give a little bit more pressure. It could be, again, quite sensitive, maybe painful. But in the end, it's gonna really release the jaws and also the muscles in the face. And it really helps to calm the nervous system down and to feel more grounded and settled. All right, one more time, opening and closing the mouth. And then you let go of that spot and place your hands wherever they're comfortable. And then please close your eyes for a moment just to feel the effect. And then from here, either in sitting or in laying down, if that is more comfortable to you, I would love for you to place your hands on your lower belly. And sometimes, especially if it's winter where you're living, your hands are a bit cold, which in that case, please rub your hands swiftly, create a little bit more heat. And when they're warm, I notice that my hands are warming up quite nicely now. You place your hands with a loving intention on your lower belly. And by a loving intention, I mean that you're placing your hands on your belly as if you're holding something that is super dear and precious to you. So with that loving intention, place your hands on your lower belly, which means that your pinky fingers are somewhere near your groins. Your thumbs are pointing in the direction of your belly button, and the rest of the fingers are just resting on the belly. Your fingers are not touching each other. They're just touching your belly. And sometimes it's even nicer to do this directly on the skin. So if you're in a situation where you feel comfortable with lifting your shirt or bringing your pants a little bit lower, then you can just bring your hands directly on your skin. And then you close your eyes again. And then allow your breath to move to your belly. Feel your breath in your hands. And feel how with every inhalation, the belly comes a bit more forward. And with every exhalation, the belly draws in again. So with every inhalation, the belly moves forward. And with every exhalation, the belly draws back in. Maybe you notice that just by having the hands on the belly and breathing towards the belly, your breath starts to slow down. Maybe automatically all by itself, there's even a pause between the in-breath and the out-breath. And if that happens, you might also notice that your thoughts starts to slow down. Thoughts and the breath are connected. So if the breath is high and quick, then usually our thoughts are also quite quick and active. But once the breath moves towards the belly and starts to slow down, the mind can also slow down, become a bit more relaxed. And if this is not working for you, no worries, you're not doing anything wrong. Just have the intention to allow your breath in your belly and see if you can relax the area around your belly more. So relax your groins, your hips. Allow your hips to become heavy. Allow your lower back to relax a bit more. And then see if you can soften your belly. And then from here, bringing your awareness to your belly. And just as we can touch our skin with our hands, our belly can also touch because it also has skin. So it's just a shift of perspective, but see if you can touch your hands with your belly. Usually our awareness is way more in the hands, and we usually touch our belly with our hands. But for now, I would love for you to see if you can just allow your awareness to be fully in your belly and to touch your hands with your belly. And you might notice that small shift in perspective does so much for your feeling and your sense of grounding, of centering. And then from here, if you feel ready, on your next inhalation, slowly, slowly remove your hands and place them wherever they are comfortable. Feel the way you're sitting right now. Feel your breath. Maybe also feel how soft and relaxed and warm your belly is. And how easily the breath moves in that direction. And if you don't feel that, if it does not easily move in the direction of your belly, no worries. You're not doing anything wrong. And then with the intention to stay centered and grounded throughout the rest of the day, whatever it may bring. Bring your palms together in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra. And then slowly, on your next inhalation, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here today. I really, really enjoyed this, and I am super excited to be here with such a beautiful community. And I'm also really happy to be part of this Eckhart Yoga community, and it actually feels like family. So also Eckhart Yoga, thank you for making this happen, basically, and also for guiding me through all of this, which is really helpful. As for this small self-care practice, I hope that you can come back to it whenever you feel the need. The thing with massaging the behind the ears, you can do that several times per day. You can even do that when you're, I don't know, waiting for the water for your tea to boil, anything like that. So just try to keep that in mind and maybe do that a little bit more often. The hands on the belly and breathing towards the belly and really touching your hands with your belly instead of the other way around. So the change of perspective, it also calms the nervous system. You can do that also several times per day. I personally like to do that in the morning and in the evening before I fall asleep. Another thing that I would really like to just share is that massaging the feet with warm sesame oil is something that is really grounding and centering. So whenever you feel that you need that, need a little bit of extra self-care and self-love, just massage the bottoms of your feet with warm sesame oil. And you can buy sesame oil, just the organic one, and then you're good. So the untoasted one. And that's basically it for today. I see so many more really nice comments coming in. Thank you so much. It's a blessing to be here. And I wish you a lovely rest of the day. Thank you.